Today, I would like to try something new, like share something while I'm preparing for my painting because I have like such exciting news, and I'm afraid that if I would focus only on sharing, it would be too expressive because when I'm excited, it's like, oh, I have this news. And so, okay, calm down and just I will try to share it while preparing for painting. And it's so tempting to help, to try to get help from ChatGPT and let AI to write the perfect hook, because I can see how many creators are doing that these days. But I feel so disconnected if I'm just watching someone who is obviously reading something from the teleprompter. It's too perfect. It's like this perfect long sentence that summarized up what it's going to be said in the video, and it's just too perfect and it's not authentic. So I decided, like, you know what, okay, I will go for authenticity, because it's also a great filter for people like who resonates. You can feel if this is for you, and if not, so any perfect hook will change that. And if it is for you, so better be authentic than fake perfect. So I decided, and I will start doing that now, today. I'm going to focus on like following joy, but not the way I tried to do that before, because I tried. You can watch my first two videos when I was talking about it, what I'm going to do. Then I shared a little bit like how it went in my videos 2 years ago. But now what I can see, what was missing, like I try to do something, I try to follow joy, like to act somehow. But the point is not the action. The point is, like, joy is state of being, like to feel joy, feel excitement. It's just state of being. So now I'm going to focus on that, and it doesn't need to be connected with a specific action. It just, we all can connect with joy, with basically any feeling you can experience in your future life. And as I'm watching like more and more podcasts about this, and about, even with the law of attraction, at first, as I have written the book 20 years ago, or maybe even more years ago, when it was new, everyone was like excited about that. And I believed, like, what I understood was that you need to visualize something, what you want to achieve, and then it just will happen somehow miraculously. Guess what? It doesn't work like this. Then I did like more steps. It was so fascinating for me, like, really, we can create our lives. So I studied Feng Shui, because it also, there were these promises about like it will change your life if you do this, so your life will change. So I like, oh, of course I tried, and of course it didn't work like this. Then I was reading a lot of like spiritual books. I was visiting a lot of retreats or workshops or seminars, and there were people who just ended up like completely, it just completely changed their life. And I still felt like, what the heck am I missing? Like, it's like it didn't change anything for me. And then I try to discover that more, like, and more and more and more, you know, with my head, of course. I discovered a lot of things that changed how I understand this kind of work, like how we create our reality. But what was my mistake back then was that I wanted to share that I was so excited about, like, no, now I know. So I created like an online program. I ran the program with like real people for a few years. Actually, I saw like how transformational it was, but this was mistake, and this is what now I'm going to change. I was so focused on them, if they are doing that right, if they are progressing enough, because it would mean that I'm like a good enough coach, you know, or something. So no. Now this time I'm going to focus on if I'm doing that like right, kind of like I'm going to explore that. I'm not going even to have some theory, or I have a theory how it should work or how I expect it to work and what I'm going to do, but it's going to be more like an exploration. It's not that I want to prove something or validate myself or anything. It's just going to be exploration. I will share tools later, and I will build up on that with time, because now, of course, as always, I have such a complex, fun, fancy idea how I can do that, but I already realized that it just doesn't work like that. It just, you can't know in advance like how something will work, and I'm ready to just explore and share my journey. And that's it. And so the point is, and I need to focus on one thing, one change, because otherwise it's, you know, it's unsustainable. You just can't change too many things at the same time. So what I'm going to change, I'm going just to focus on feeling joy, and yeah, just stay in this state of being as long as possible, as often as possible, and just observe. And theoretically, the reality should like start to change and somehow get in alignment with like who I believe I am, or how do I feel about myself. So yeah, the theory is that it works like this. It starts with energy and how you feel, and then so it's not how we think it works, like you have to achieve something and then you will feel this satisfaction and joy and all the positive feelings. But it's theoretically, it's completely opposite. You need to start with the feeling, like with state of being, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to share my journey. Yeah, okay, this is all for now, and in the next video I will try to just share next piece of this my new life adventure. But for now, that's all for now, and see you by the next video. Bye.